everyone, bonjour and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another wardrobe updates video. It's been a little bit of a while since the last one, and I mean, we're still in summer, and if you are a regular to my channel, a regular to the wardrobe updates, you already know that I'm not much of a summer person, so I have struggled a little bit. Total transparency, I have really added kind of a lot of things since the last update, and I'll already be able to tell you how some of these things have gone. And I thought, since it's been such a long time since the last wardrobe updates, I will start with the most important thing. That is, I finally found my navy blazer. I actually found it already back in March. I found it on Vestiaire Collective. It was a secondhand Jill Sander thing, and I saw it and I just immediately thought, this could be my blazer. So I messaged the seller back and forth, but because she was out of the country for a really long time, I couldn't buy it because she simply couldn't send it. And then I went on my Copenhagen trip, added two blazers, the green one and the gray one, and I definitely did that out of like desperation because I ended up waiting for it for such a long time. I looked up blazers from Jill Sander, and usually these goes for like literally several $1,000s, and even more so the natural fibers one. The one I ended up with, the secondhand one. The outside is 100% wool, and then the inside is the lining is 100% Cupro. I've worn it a total of 30 times so far already, and I've had to have it dry cleaned once because I just wear it religiously and I've had some stains on it. The quality is just unreal. There's absolutely no signs of wear, which of course, I mean, you would expect there not to be with such a high-end and, in theory, expensive piece. Being someone who's only like a year plus out of the fast fashion mill, like for good, it's still such a like revelation whenever I can pick something up that is like truly of remarkable quality, and this has really been the case for this blazer. The fit is amazing. It has all the qualities of a blazer that I really like. It's single-breasted. This one actually has no buttons. I really like the type of pockets that it has. I like the shape. I already kind of assumed that it was going to be a fit because I had already measured all the measurements of my own or my favorite structured blazer. It was actually the mango blazer, the old checkered one that I went off because even though it's a crappy blazer, the shape and the size was really nice. So I already knew before getting the Jill Sander, the secondhand blazer, that it would most likely be a perfect fit just because of the measurements. The only thing I might have wished was a little bit different when it finally arrived is that I had hoped that it was more blue and less black because it is really dark, but it's one of those things where I've looked for the perfect blazer for so long and I end up finding this beautiful high-end blazer that is just so sturdy that I have sort of embraced the thing about it that I didn't know if I would like. And I think that's what happens when you look for perfection and you take a really long time to look. You end up just appreciating this great item when it finally arrives. In the end, I got it for 171 Swiss francs. This is including both shipping and also toll or taxes. I consider that an extremely good deal, especially considering that the last favorite blazer I had was like 2 seasons ago, and it was the black Sarah blazer that I often bring up, and basically that Sarah blazer was the exact same price. I actually think it was $8 or 8 francs more. And just because I have it here in my old files, that blazer the Sarah one, I wore it 13 times. Like, that's it. Before it was so ugly that I could no longer wear it because it was just pilling and it made me feel awful. So yeah, after that was kind of subconscious, but I never put it on after the 13th time because even though I loved it in theory, I would try and put it on and then not really love it. The next thing that I finally got my hands on is that sort of like tote bag from Swiss brand Answa that I had also been waiting to restock for a really long time. I've been extremely happy with it. Basically, this is a bag that I can abuse a little bit more in the summer because, of course, in the winter when the sun is not so sharp, I like to wear my Hermes, and yeah, it's been really nice to have something more light, summery, that I can also just, you know, throw around. That one I bought for 130 francs, and I've already wanted, or I wanted 45 days, and the cost per hour is right now at 2.88. So I'll definitely, no doubt, probably not this year, but next year I'll definitely get that down to one cost per wear. And it's just funny because one of the reasons I initially bought the Hermes is that I knew that I am definitely someone who don't mind wearing the same bag over and over and over again, and I really wanted to have something really special that I could own for a number of years, and I knew that the cost per wear would go down, and I think actually the cost per wear of the Hermes is pretty low right now. It's like 18 francs, which, you know, for an Hermes bag that is like a super expensive is pretty good. But then, you know, seeing myself wear this other bag for like less than 2 months, and it just obviously knocks the cost per wear of the Hermes out of the water. Anyway, it's just, it was funny to like look back at my rational, you know exactly what I mean. I can't say that word right now. You don't have to put it down in the comments. I'll remember what the word is by then. It's just funny to look back at that and then see, you know, yeah, it's true that the cost per wear of the Hermes will go down, but had I bought a cheaper bag to begin with, obviously it would have been even more so. So far, 2 really good buys. Then another really lucky buy. I found this black and orange, and if you are a long-time subscriber, you know that I really like bright orange, and I've really been trying to make it work, and now it does, because I actually found this completely randomly looking for another dress on eBay of all places, and there was this 100% Ganni silk slip dress, and it was literally like $35. So I was like, you know what? I love the design. I don't know how I feel about slip dresses, but I'm willing to take the chance and then put in the effort to sell the dress again on eBay or on Vestiaire if it doesn't work out. And it has just become like my favorite dress. I've been wearing it with my black booties and my new blazer a lot, with the new bag actually. Now I'm just stating a whole outfit of new things, but it has really become like my go-to dress for doing anything even remotely fancy. I'm so happy with it. I find it quite unique, quite special, and it's also a new proof of concept to me because I really was not sure that I was going to like a slip dress. I like slip dresses now, so that has been a great revelation. In the end, I did pay more for it because I had to pay again tolls and also shipping, but still way worth it. Then I added another slip dress. This is also an idea I had kind of had in my head for a really long time that I never shared in my videos, but for the longest time I had wanted like a pink silk cami. And I ended up finding on Etsy, I'd actually had it bookmarked for a while, this silk slip dress from like I believe they're like a Ukrainian, sorry if I'm getting this wrong, a Ukrainian brand on Etsy where they make all these beautiful silk slip dresses and a few other silk items. Just like with the linen pieces I bought for summer, you just tell them your measurements and they will tailor it to fit. So I told them my measurements, and then also I measured the length of the new Ganni slip dress because I really enjoyed the length, and then they tailor-made the dress in a matter of days and then send it to me. And this one was a little bit more expensive, but that has really competed now with the other slip dress for wear because they are both just so beautiful. It is a cold blush pink and it just goes really well with, of course, my other items because it all comes together like that. So yeah, that one I've also been really happy with. One thing I really appreciate this silk, and especially this type of silk that the dress is made from, is that it literally takes up no space when you fold it together, so I can literally wear it as a cami when I have it inside my jeans, which I've also been doing a little bit. It's cut on a bias so that it falls really beautifully on the body, and yeah, it's a beautiful piece. I'm of course not in the need of another silk slip dress or another slip dress at all right now, but it was really tempting to I just wanted to buy one in black or in navy or whatever. But if they add light blue silk to the store, I'll go get myself one, but until then another slip dress is not, I don't need it. But I'm just really excited about this new information that I know about myself. And that dress was, by the way, 218. It was originally less, but because the taxes was quite high when I received it from the Ukraine, it ended up being quite a bit on top of that. Then another thing I have added is this top you're watching me in right now. I will call this my booby top, I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely, it really hugs the girls. I'm not wearing a bra in this top, and honestly, when I first saw it on Reformation, I was just in love with it from the get-go. Knew I needed to have it, and I was on the wait list for it for nearly 3 months. And when it arrived, I was just in love with it. It was gaping kind of a lot at the chest, just like my other Reformation top, so took it to my tailor. So now it fits like a glove. It's a great top for just like going out, in my opinion. It looks really nice with the blazer. I'm gonna be honest though, it looks a lot more booby on the camera than I feel like it does in real life, and especially when I add the blazer to it, like, because it is so tight to the chest. Yes, I mean the girls are squeezed together, but you can't really look down or anywhere else, so it's very like, anyway, I really enjoy this top. I've also been wearing it a lot. Basically everything that I've added that we're talking about now, I've just been like chronically wearing since I received it. So I guess that means I am learning. Then another thing I added, this is just for like added effect. This is not necessarily something we need to talk about, but I did finally get a much nicer looking Fitbit. Obviously it's not as beautiful as like a real nice watch, but I do wear my Fitbit every single day. I really don't want to go without the data of like my sleep and everything else. I really like data. I mean, you can tell from all my extensive cost per wear stuff I always share. So now they finally made something that is quite beautiful. So this I'm also wearing all the time, of course. Then I'm also gonna mention something that we're not really gonna go into, unfortunately, too much today. If you're following me on Instagram, you already know of my new antique ring. I bought a gold ring with a stone that is actually more than 2,000 years old. And the only reason I won't go into more detail is because I bought it off of my friend who is an art dealer, and he's not in Switzerland right now, so he can't give me the papers on the ring just yet, so I wouldn't really know the exact details to share with you, so I will have to include it in the next update. We're gonna get really excited about these deeds, guys. This is gonna be like a generational piece, obviously, for me. So then I actually broke my own big rule. I hope you'll be lenient with me. I do always say so myself that there are always exceptions to the rule, and I have one because I actually bought something fast fashion. I bought a mango 100% linen shirt in blue and white stripe. This was bought a few months ago now, like you just had a glimpse of it right before the previous wardrobe update. I actually bought it because I've been looking for a blue-white stripe like casual thing for summer, and I really wanted it. I figured since I haven't bought anything fast fashion in a year, and I knew that this was something I would get as much wear as possible out of, I wanted to include it in like my experiment, see how it was gonna do. I never get extensive wear of less good stuff anymore, and I figured we could make like a useful experience out of it since it's a fast fashion piece that I will actually wear. One thing I like to talk about when buying fast fashion is perceived value, which means that usually when you buy something that is ill-made, just you knowing what you know about fast fashion, you don't put as much value on an item, and that has definitely been true. Like I don't have this sense of like love and admiration for the shirt that I actually do have with some of my other things. So I don't love it in that sense, but I still have been wearing it a ton. I always feel quite chic in it, actually. I do quite like it, but I definitely think it has something to do with like it's sort of like supersedes the other things because this is a piece I really wanted design-wise. With this shirt right now, I won't necessarily say that there are obvious signs of wear on it, but it is just extremely ill-constructed. Like it doesn't keep its shape, even if it isn't like actively falling apart. Like every time I wash it, this shape is so weird compared to my other shirts. It's always really shapeless whenever I wear it, and I always like try to like pull it into shape before I wear it. Still do really wear it, feel quite pretty in it. Had I found a better alternative at the time, I would have gone with the better alternative. But if you really want something, yeah, I mean, that's up to you. But I decided to get it, and now we're making an experiment out of it because I am telling you how much wear it has had so far. That's actually not that much. So it was 50 francs, 100% linen, which might also explain why it's not like peeling apart completely. But I've actually only worn it 9 days. I'm a little bit surprised. I thought that would be more. That's probably just because I have had some tendency to wear dresses all summer. So actually when I think about it, 9 days is pretty good. Like, it's not that it's not being reached for, it is being reached for when that is what I want to reach for. So this one I'm gonna keep wearing, and I promise I will do my very best to at least get it to 30 times of wear, because then we can do a 30 times review on it, and where I actually want to then compare it to both a Ralph Lauren shirt, but also my the white linen shirt from Gap. And yeah, I thought we could make like a whole video out of that. I thought that would be good. So that was actually, oh no, I should probably just tell you. So I don't want to get into too much detail. I just haven't given it enough thought just yet. I will probably go into it more in like a declutter video. I'm not sure I will declutter it yet, but I did buy this really rich tennis mom-ish Ralph Lauren dress. It was 50% off, and I just fell in love with it immediately, and I haven't worn it since. I just don't reach for it over the other things that I have, and I've been feeling kind of guilty. Cue your comments saying that, oh, we all make mistakes because you guys are so nice, but I still feel kind of like I'm not really sure what I needed to learn from that mistake. I'm not really sure exactly what happened. I haven't really examined it yet, but wore it once, twice I think, and never got to feel at home in it, and it's a waste of material, it's a waste of my money, and that one doesn't feel so good. That's why I was kind of trying to put that on, because we've had so many other really nice things to talk about in this video. There's so much more stuff I want to tell you guys. I really want to tell you guys how, like, the things I've been wearing the most, and the things that have done really well for summer, what things have surprised me, what things in the end I just didn't really wear. But I'll do a summer wardrobe update on all of that, and a cosplay wear update. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like so that I know, and if you somehow made it to the end of this video without already being a subscriber, I truly applaud you, and then you should consider subscribing, because I would love to keep you around. Thanks for watching, guys, and farewell!